the Joyful Yogini here. Happy Wednesday. It is time for Intuition Wednesday. I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on Reddit. And how's everyone doing? Uh, Tuesday for me was a rough one. How was it for everyone else? Because holy shit, I had lots of stuff bubbling up to the surface. And I am so fucking done with being disrespected. So fucking done with being disrespected. Um, wow. That's it's total clarity. Well, at least up until this point, the most clarity than I have seen ever um, in this particular area of my life. And I'm so fucking done. So, how has it been for you? We are going to pull cards, and these cards will be relevant for from today and over these next 7 days. And you get to practice your own intuition. So I'm going to start by showing you the backs of the cards. I'll pull how many cards want to come out, and one or more of the cards will have a message for you. So that is the intention that I'm setting. Is everyone who's going to be either coming in live or watching this after the fact, there's going to be one or more cards that will have a beautiful message for you, helping you today or whatever day you're watching this. And over these next 7 days, okay? Help us to work with the energy. We have a full moon and partial eclipse on Friday. So that will be an intensive cleansing out, clearing out the baggage, clearing out the shit energy. Nice. That Jumper Kong is in the house. Hey, I got a new follower. Sweet. Well, welcome. So have you joined Intuition Wednesday before? I'm showing you one of the cards there. So I'm going to start. Is that Edward in the house? Edward's in the house. Hi. Welcome. You're just in time. So I'm going to start shuffling the cards with the intention that one or more of these cards will have a message for all of us. And then we'll be practicing our intuition to tune in to see which cards are resonating with you. Like, are you, and you can tune into your body. Like, first you can start by looking at the cards, right? And see if you're drawn to a certain part of the card. See if by looking at it, it feels light, it feels heavy. Maybe you see a different type of image that is kind of popping up within the card. And then you can close your eyes. Nice tattoo, thanks. This one or this one? Oh, you probably couldn't have seen this one. You're probably referring to this one. This is my zodiac sign, and it also has my constellation. And this is my recent tattoo. I love it. I totally love it. And the fact that it's on my heart, I'm finally embracing all that who I am. And since getting that tattoo, I've made huge changes in my life. And so, yeah, to me, that tattoo is very special and represents a lot for me. All right. So, yes, afterwards, after looking at the card, then close your eyes and see where you feel the energy of the card in your body. But there might be some cards you're feeling nothing. You're not getting any message. And the messages that you could get could be, maybe a thought pops in your head. Maybe you have a knowing. Maybe it's an emotion that comes up. Maybe you feel something physically within your body. Maybe you smell something, you taste something. So use all those five senses to tune in. But if you're not getting anything, then it just means that maybe that card just does not have a message for you. What a beautiful meaning. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jumper. Yeah, it's perfect. There's been the most of my life, I haven't fully embraced me for being me. And I was attracting those people in my life that also would not embrace me for being me. And it kept me it kept me playing small, being less than, not feeling good enough, feeling like I was always failing. And I'm done with that. So it feels good. It's been a scary and challenging process at times, but at the same time, really exciting to see what's to come. Like, celebration is also needed here. A lot about what you talk about is great. Oh, cool. Thanks, Jumper. Yeah, well, I speak what I know of. I speak what I've experienced, and we can all speak from our own learnings, right? And we all have beautiful things that we can share with each other, which is so cool. So I love this live streaming, and feel free to, I love how you're talking there. So feel free to share in the chat different things that come up for you. And if a certain card does resonate, you can even write in the chat, card number one, this is what I got, this is what I felt. And our what we get might be similar, what we get might be different, and there's no judgment and there's no right or wrong. It just is what it is. All right, so the first card that came, oh yeah, I can't tell you what it is. You're going to start by focusing. I almost told you what it was. Okay, I'm glad I caught myself there. So here is card number one. So just looking at the card, see if you're drawn to a certain part of the card, a certain color, a certain design. Edward says, "You are good." Because I caught myself? No, not going to do that. All right. So just looking at the back of that card, see if anything stands out for you, acknowledge that. And whenever you're ready, close your eyes and see if you can feel the energy of the card in a certain part of your body. Okay. See if you can feel it in a certain part of your body. And what does it feel like? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it constricting? Is it opening? Is it tingly? That sounds pretty good. Depends on where you're feeling it. But, tingly can be good in many places, right? All right. Let me know if I'm ever holding up the card and you're watching live and I don't hold it up long enough, just let me know. And if you're watching it after the fact, you can always pause the video so you can stare at the card and tune in for as long as you need to. All right. So that is card number one. Whoa, my phone is falling here. Let's see. Is that better? Are you going to stay? Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Maybe if you're not Canadian, you wouldn't get that commercial reference. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Helix. Thanks for the heartwarming. It looks like lungs. Oh, very interesting. Okay. So lungs could be heart chakra. Yes, it is wings, but the fact you thought about lungs is interesting. So you can think heart chakra. You can also literally think breathing and circulation. Um, wow, how interesting. I would like to know more. Okay, Jumper Kong, you stay on here then. Okay, so trust your path. In Chinese medicine, the lungs are connected to sorrow, grief, or loss, also integrity of self. Beautiful. Trust your path. That's awesome because that is also associated with that heart chakra. And the heart chakra, so I love how you shared that. That is amazing. And I didn't actually know that lungs specifically were associated with grieving, but it totally makes sense because the heart chakra is as well. But it's also associated with giving and with receiving, allowing yourself to receive abundance. It also has to do with self love and fueling that self love. So then you have that beautiful energy to give. And what else does that say? So what's the answer? I will show you the answers after I show you all three cards, okay? Pretty. Integrity instead of integrity? That's a neat word. I've never heard it said that way. Okay. What? Okay, here we go. Card number two. Edward, I thought you said something else. That's why I was pausing. I don't have my glasses on, so I was trying to read in the blur. All right, so here is card number two. So after we go through all three cards, I will do the reveal. So card number two, start by focusing on the card. See if you're focusing on any particular area of the card. How does the card feel to you? Use your five senses. And when you're ready, close your eyes and see where you feel the energy of the card within your body. Okay, for some reason, I'm feeling this one in my solar plexus, but we can all be feeling it in a different area with a different message associated with it. All right, so let me know if card number two resonated at all, you can write it in the comments. Card number 2, this is what I got. And if you didn't get anything, it's all good. Okay. Rib eye. Rib eye is good. Rib eye is good. Haha. Yes. It is a South Park reference. Nice catch. Integrity. Oh, I haven't watched South Park in a long time. I never watched it regularly, so I wouldn't catch those little sayings from them. But you made me snicker because it's a freaking funny show. Namey McName. It's the same card. It's because I'm just showing you the back of the card to start. So yes, it looks like the same, but the back of the card, the energy is very, very different. And I will be showing you what is actually on the card after I show you card number 3. Then I will reveal all 3 cards. Hi, are you doing all right? Oh, causation. Thanks, honey. I have been going through a lot. The whole separation thing. I'm going through waves, and yesterday was a shit show. Gotta tell you, yesterday was a total shit show. So much anger and resentment bubbling up. I'm like, holy shit! Like I've never wanted to swear at someone before. But fuck, I totally wanted to swear. Like, you're an ass, fuck you. It just all that wants to bubble out of me, which is cleansing if I let it go, right? My causation, thanks for asking. Great exercise for or intuition. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, absolutely is a great exercise for intuition. Here is card number 3. So this is the final card, and then I will reveal the cards. So card number 3, see if, and you know what? Even though it's the exact same design on the back of each card, there might be something about looking at it that feels a little different, that looks a little different. Because the energy is different. So it might even change the look of it for you within your mind's eye as you're connecting with it. So you can just see. And whenever you're ready, close your eyes and try to use all of your senses. Where do you feel it in your body? Do you get any images in your head? Any thoughts that pop in? Any emotions that come up? Do you taste anything? Do you smell anything? And if you don't, it's okay. Maybe this card doesn't have a message for you. So just see, because your higher self and your angels and guides can work with you in different ways and give you messages in different ways to help you to move forward, to help you have the inspiration, to help you to heal. So you can let me know if I didn't hold that. I got another follower. Boop, boop. Thanks. If I didn't hold that up long enough, let me know. Okay, rib eye is good. Damn, I swear I feel constantly. It is a bodily function of mine. Fuck you. Just kind of happens. Oh, okay. For card number 3, did you think brain? Is that what came in for you, brain? All right. I have a friend named Brian, and for I don't know how many times I have written his name out brain. It just that's the way my brain wants to work. Is write out brain instead of Brian. Huh. And does that happen to anyone else? No Brians? All right. So card number 1, here's the reveal. For those of you who resonate with card number 1, and even if you came into the stream after the fact, you can just see if it resonates for you right now. Looks pretty rough with you. You need to take some good care. Yeah, I do have a lot going on, and I worked way too many hours last week, and Sunday night and Monday was a write-off. I was so dead. So I'm working at trying to create more balance while still bringing in the financial remuneration that I need to bring in, right? All right. So the first card is spiritual growth. I'm going to bring it nice and close over here to spiritual growth. So those of you who resonate with this card, You are going through a very big transformation right now, and your psychic centers have been opening, as well as new downloads of vibrational energy has been coming through, opening up your abilities to connect with spirit, to connect with source, to connect with your higher self. And these new abilities will give you the function to be able to bring in information in newfound ways. Some of you have been naturally bringing in that place of knowing, just knowing something is right or something feels off. You just have that knowing. And then that might be expanding now to more visual, getting some images in your head. And some of you are opening yourself up more physically to feel the energy, feel how energy affects you in different areas of your body, and even opening up those empathic skills with other people. And that has been opening and integrating. It's a big integration that's going on right now. And the more that you're releasing what is no longer serving you, so patterns of thought and patterns of actions and reactions that are no longer for your highest and greatest good. And as you've been noticing these reactions and realizing that it's really not the way you feel right now, because you're being more curious, is this really right for me? Is this the way I have how I really feel? And as you have those realizations that patterns of thought and behaviors are really not in alignment with you anymore, as the energy and the pattern associated with that, and the built up congested emotions in different parts of your body that were associated with those patterns, as those continue to release and transmute into pure love and light, which then feeds back into you, expanding your energy field, and raising up your vibration. So it's lighting up your light even more, and helping you to bring through the messages, not only to bring through to yourself, but also to share with others. And you might not have even been realizing that you've been having these downloads that you're sharing with others, because it just feels like your own thoughts that are coming through. But you have been opening and expanding, and you're listening, and you're bringing through, and you're trusting yourself more and more, and sharing those ideas and inspiration with others, helping others to shine their light bright and to release patterns that are no longer associated with them. Along with this spiritual growth, some of you might be drawn to studying something new. Maybe there's a book, maybe there's a workshop, or maybe there's a healing session that you're drawn to bring you to a new level of understanding and embracement of the power of all that you are. You are a magnificent creator, and now is the time for you to truly embrace that, and move forward with your light, spreading your love and your joy, because as this is your life purpose. Take a deep breath into your heart at this time, and everyone can do this. And as you breathe out, allow your heart energy to expand throughout the whole room or whole building, apartment, house that you're in. Take another deep breath into your heart, and if you wish, you can spread it all around the globe. Beautiful. Hey, so that was the channel message for card number one. Okay, so let's go into card number two. Card number two is retreat. Retreat. So, those of you who picked card number two, it's time for you to have to create a slower pace for yourself, and specifically to create those moments where you have total quiet time, and not necessarily quiet time listening to music and reading. Like, all of that is needed as well, as you're drawn to it, but having that quiet time of nothingness, of just sitting there or lying there, maybe going through a guided meditation, or just listening to some meditation music, some solfeggio frequencies, which you can get from YouTube, and just concentrating on your breath or focusing in on your breath. And with every breath in, you're bringing in light and love energy. And with every breath out, you're cleansing out density, constriction, heavy emotions that might have been built up within your body. Because all this week, we're helping to release this. This is really important before we get to Friday. So we can truly release everything with that full moon partial eclipse energy. So it will be powerful energy to help cleanse out. Something you can also do is journal about the disruption that you've been feeling, whether it has to do with relationships or financial or career or even health wise. What has been going on with you? We need to create more ease and flow in our life. Where do you have constriction? How, in what ways are you taking on too much? And is it your thought patterns creating a constricted, anxious, stressful reality? And do we need to simply change those thoughts, or do we need to take a different action, take different actions so we can adjust our perceptions as well, adjust our reality, and experience more ease and flow. But there's some messages that want to come through to you that came for those of you who have been needing, who resonated with the retreat card. What I'm also getting is that there's at least one of you, if not more, that you might be thinking of getting away. And maybe it's getting away for a weekend or a week, planning in advance. And this is confirmation that yes, this is a good time for you to do that. Make that happen, make those plans, and trust everything will flow into divine timing. So just as long as you're making the choices about creating that retreat for yourself from your heart, does it feel good? Is it making your heart sing? And does it feel good in your second chakra? Is it helping you to feel joyful and creative and abundant and maybe sexy, you know? So it's that connection between the heart chakra and the sacral chakra and moving forward like that. So if those of you who've been thinking about creating a nice retreat away for yourself, yeah, this is the confirmation to do so. And then we're going to go into card number 3 in just a sec. Hola, says Ornery Confusion. How are ya? And oh, Management Eddie. Hey, I feel like we haven't connected in a while. Good afternoon, my beautiful friend. How's your day going? Hey, Management Annie, my day's going pretty good. Much better than the way yesterday was. And this afternoon, I feel so blessed. My aunt lives in town now, and she offered to give me a Thai massage today with Reiki energy. And it is the most perfect, beautiful timing since yesterday was really rough, and I'm still like feel that sludge coming up and need to, oh, got an emergency alert. Okay. Just had an emergency alert coming through my phone. Okay. It might have just been a test. I will check it later. All right. So the next card, the last card is truth and integrity. Truth and integrity. So, you know, she's naked there. I don't know if you can see. So she is bearing herself. And so, like, to me, that represents the exposing of those deep needs, wants, desires, however you want to word it, all of the above, and making choices that are going to be best for you. This alert is coming up again. Oh, it's just a test. It's a test. Damn, I swear. Oh, let's scroll back up. Nice. Enjoy your massage. I'm glad your day is going better. Thanks, Management Eddie. I hope yours is going really well. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you've been doing well since last time our energies connected. So I'm just going to give you a personal example. Um, and then you can see how it might relate to you. So I'm growing my yoga business and doing readings as well, right? That's all part of my business, and I'm available to do fun like intuitive parties, psychic parties with some entertainment in there. Madame Euphrosyne, goddess of joy, can do those readings as well. So I've been growing that, and but we definitely need more financial remuneration compared to, like, in order to pay the bills, right? So I started working at a restaurant as a server, and it's a funky restaurant. I get to see a lot of people in town that I know, as they come into the restaurant. It's fun. It's been a nice social thing, but also freaking exhausting. And so I've done it for a couple of weeks now. And by the time Sunday afternoon comes along, I'm freaking dead. And then Monday, toast, right? And then Tuesday, still kind of recuperating, but feeling better, getting back into the flow. And yesterday I calculated all the hours that I put in. And I also do a TV show, right? So I do the yoga and the readings, the TV show, um, and the serving now. And the TV show was a great marketing tool for promoting my yoga in town, and I love it all. Right, it's all good. But yeah, I calculated all the hours that I put in last week, and it was about 60 and a half hours. So 60.5 hours. That's just shitload. So it doesn't matter how much you like it. That there's not enough downtime there. And I wasn't even able to get cleaning of the house done, go grocery shopping, and no one else was picking up slack. And apparently I'm still not doing enough. So that's the clincher, right? That was yesterday's shit show. And as I was looking at those hours, I'm like, who gives a shit if other people don't think I'm doing enough? I'm like wiping myself. It's too much. And so, and then just, so I've been asked to do a yoga class for someone in a town about like 20-25 minutes away. So it's not a long drive at all, on Wednesday nights. And right now, I only have, well, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday nights available to me, but Sunday and Monday, I'm pretty toast. And then, so will I be able to add that in? Is that really going to be, and the money would be great, the consistency of the money, but can I physically do that? And then she said, and then eventually you'll have two classes in a row, like in the spring, to do on the Wednesday. And so truth and integrity, I really need to tune into that. If I'm going to take that on, what else can I change to be able to take that on? Or do I just not take it on? So think about your relationships, think about your finances, think about your career, think about your health. Is there anything there that you really need to dig deeper in about what's right for you? Not like, well, because other people think I should do this, I should do it. Or not because, well, just because of the money, right? It is it making your heart sing? Is it connecting in with that joy center? And maybe journal about it. Once we're truthful to ourselves, then we can be truthful to other people, and then everything is going to flow much better. If you have a pattern of getting yourself busier and busier until, like, you're running around with a chicken with the head cut off, and then you get really sick, you deplete yourself, you get really sick, like, we don't need to do that to ourselves anymore. So when we create an infrastructure of our daily lives that has ease and flow to it, and not constriction and exhaustion, then our light is going to shine brighter, and what we're wanting to bring into our lives will flow in. So it's about trusting in that and not overburdening ourselves. You can let me know if that resonates with you. Geez, you're overworked. Yeah, revolutionary. And you know what? I created that schedule myself, but um, it was because we needed the money, right? And then I don't want to stop doing my business, because that's where my I'm just doing the serving stuff on the side to make sure we have enough income, right? But I'm not going to leave that just to be a server, because then I'm going to become resentful and it's not going to last very long. So, but I need to make adjustments. Otherwise, I'll be getting sick, right? And, oh, Edward, you did say something else. Looks like a clamp. Yes, it is one of those clamps. You were absolutely right. It's not the best. Okay, so what is the tattoo? If you're talking about this tattoo, it's my constellation and my zodiac sign. I'm a Capricorn. This would eventually make me so resentful if I didn't say no. Yeah, absolutely. It would. Absolutely. And yeah, sometimes we have to say no and deal with whatever anger or resentment gets thrown at us, because that might happen too, right? You might They're like, well, I'm used to being able to push you around or control you and tell you what you should do and everything, right? Well, sorry, it's time that I start taking care of me, because you don't know what I can handle and what I can't handle. Only I know. And if you think that I'm weak or just a fuck up, then whatever. Be I can't force you to see me in a different way. So that's the perspective that you can take with if it is the judgments coming from other people. Um, please see me. I'm broke. Well, I need to deal with my own financial stuff. But all the best to you, Warm You. Manifest your own abundance. We all need to work on it ourselves, right? And trust that we can create our own abundance. So, does anyone want me to pull a card specific for whatever you're going through? You can let me know, and then I can pull a card for you. All right, causation. Say it like it is. I don't even know what Ethereum is. But anyways, maybe it's a drug. I have no idea. Causation, you're hilarious. All right. My clamp. Okay, so does anyone want me to pull a card for them? I know there might be a little bit of delay. I'm just sniffing some neroli. Neroli is great for the heart. I'm gonna put it on my heart right now. It smells amazing. Yes, please. Okay, I'll pull a card for you. Pull a card, moving to a new city. Oh, very cool. Nice. Where are you moving to, if you feel like sharing? Okay, so Yapido. I will start with Yapido. Yapido. Okay. Yapido, I am going to use. No. Yapido is the crystal deck. And then CT450, I'm drawn to use the animal deck with you. Yapido, changing jobs. Okay. What does Yapido? And thanks for sharing that, because it does help with the channeling to be more help with what's the word for it? Directing the message to the area in a way that will make more sense. Sometimes it's easier for me to translate it when I know the area or what's been going on with you, right? You can get a more accurate translation. Whoa. Okay, surprise. 3 cards wanted to come out for you. I thought it was just going to be the one, and then 2 cards came right out. Okay, Yapido, the first one is Rhodonite. Find a way to forgive. So even when you're thinking about a question, there's an area in your life that you want to have some messages in. Sometimes you will get messages in a different area, but the message in the different area will help you to be successful in the area where you're wanting a message. Okay, so this is what is coming through. So forgiveness. I feel like you need to forgive yourself for past work experiences, in particular relationships within those work experiences. And as you forgive yourself for that, and telling yourself you're always doing the best that you can, and you are where you are within any given moment. And so you knew what you knew at the time, and you're a different person now than you ever have been before. And so now your relationships are going to blossom in a new way, and you're attracting new people into your life that you think you are worthy of accepting at this time. And this message is for everyone. It's really important for you to notice who you've been bringing into your life lately, what people have been connecting with you, and connecting with you in different ways, right? Like maybe they're connecting with you on social media, maybe you're seeing them in person, maybe the types of relationships you are building within your community or at home. So think about who recently has been coming into your life, the beauty that they are, and that is going to be a reflection of who you are and what you're radiating from the inside. So it depends on what you've been going through. Sometimes I can get in a crappy place, and then I go for a walk and this person is a total ass, and I'd be like, oh shit, how did I create that? How did I run into them? Where were my thoughts today? Oh, I was thinking about that, and I got into a sludgy place about that. And so that's why I attracted that person into my life. And otherwise, it'd be like, oh, they're awesome, and they're so awesome. And yeah, frick, I'm in a great place. Look at all these beautiful people that have been drawing into me. So you can think about that, but there is something for you to forgive yourself about. And even if it's not a relationship in the workplace, I feel like it has to do with a relationship. And once you forgive, and then you're going to attract more positivity into your heart, into your life stream, which will affect your career. It will affect all areas of your life, but it will affect your career. The next card was upside down, and it's turquoise. Prioritize your health. So, because this card was upside down, Pete Para, hola bonita. I like your cute tank top. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it. I taught a few yoga classes this morning. And anytime I get the light on, it gets really hot. I had a sweatshirt on, but just before I started, I'm like, it's coming off. All right. So there's been something about your health that you haven't been paying attention to, or just pushing to the side. Um, Maybe not getting the sleep that you need, or ingesting foods that are not for your highest and greatest good, more heavier, maybe more greasier stuff that is clogging up your system. The heavier, oily stuff, clogging up the system, slowing things down, which will create sluggishness within your body, which will decrease circulation and respiration with your body. Things are slowing. I feel like a more plant based diet would be a really good match for you, but then also getting the sleep that you need. You can let me know if this resonates. And drinking way more water than you are. I actually feel like I need to drink water. I had some caffeine before this, and I feel like I need a couple of 2 or 3 cups of water to make up for it. You can see if this resonates for you, but water was coming in, and I don't think it was just for myself, but everyone else who's watching or listening right now. If that resonates for you, this can be that. Okay, I need water. So anytime I'm pulling cards for other people, if you happen to be listening, I bet there's going to be a message for you within the channeling. The next card that came up for you is Ocean Jasper. Schedule yourself in. Reddit throwaway. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you referring to? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love the energy though. Okay, so schedule yourself in. I feel like the card before and this card really go hand in hand. So, a lot of I hear people saying, "Oh, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to do a hobby. I'm just I'm overworked, right?" That just means that some things need to change, and only you can create those changes. Maybe you need to speak your truth to yourself, to others, and maybe you literally schedule in that time into your day timer or onto your phone with alarms, and you stick to it. So if you want to, let's say, get a workout in, or do something about your hobby, then use those times and schedule everything else around it. Because when you don't schedule yourself in, that time disappears so easily. Your time just disappears. So create those spaces for yourself. You can let me know what that resonates. And those are the messages that wanted to come through for you today. All right, CT 450. Pull a card for you, and I'm going to be pulling a card from my Animal deck by Ted Andrews. So it was CT, right? CT 450. Okay, so what does CT 450 need for today? What is CT 450? Okay. All of those cards fell, but it was for one particular card to come up. And there's a secondary card, so it fell like this. So I feel like the secondary card, I'll see. Sorry, I feel like I have some of my lunch stuck in there. I'll see if it feels like it needs to come up for additional information. Okay, so this is a beautiful card. Even though it says death at the top, it is a beautiful card. Snake, shedding the old and resurrection. So you have a door that has closed, and you are going through the next door, or the saying, a door closes so a window can open. But this is an image that my guides have given to me before, and it's that this window that's opening. If you picture one of those restaurants that have the big garage doors that you pull up, so then you have that outdoor indoor patio thing, that's like the window that's opening. So it's more spacious, more freedom, more opportunity, more socializing, more openness. It feels like where you're moving to will provide more opportunity for you to connect with cool people. So that image of that restaurant bar type of thing, it's like, at first it's more empty, right? There's not a lot of people, but the people who are in there are pretty cool. So the people that you will start connecting with will be pretty cool. And then just trust in the transformation. And then more people start filling into this restaurant. And soon there's a bunch of people on the patio. And those are the ones that are having a grand old time. Like they're having some drinks. They're a bit louder than people on the inside. They're a little bit more playful. And so, whether you like to socialize in that way, it doesn't matter. It is the message I'm getting within this is more openness, more freedom, more fun, more playfulness. So I feel like this move is beautiful. So you're closing out the old and going into this new space where you are more in alignment with yourself than you've ever been before. You're feeling good about who you are. And yeah, some of those insecurities will come up as like, this is new and it can be scary, starting fresh. But trust in the process. It's all going to be beautiful. It's all going to work out um, really well. I'm just going to quickly look at this. Green is your color. Nice. You like the bright pink or bright green tank top? Weird how I said pink. Maybe it's because that's self love. Okay, so I'm going to go to that next in just a second. I just want to catch up. Yapito says that's so interesting because scheduling water and self time is something I just started. Thank you. Oh, okay, beautiful. Awesome. Can you please pull a card for me too? Sure, causation. I'll do that next. Why is it already too cold? It's only November. I know it is. And you know what? Here it's supposed to get up to 14 degrees today. It doesn't feel like that yet. Maybe it's going, but then it's supposed to snow like crazy on Sunday or Friday night. Okay. So CT 450. The next card that came up is Sea Turtle. Persevere to achieve. So this move that you're making, you're there's going to be some work and dedication that you're going to need to put forth, and it's just like when you're starting a new job, it takes a while to get into the flow of things. You have to learn, you have to get to know the people that you're working with and how they tick and what their expectations are and get comfortable within the job. And there's going to be some things like, well, I've never done it before. I've never done it in that process before, and needing to adjust. And there might be some constriction with some of the way that, like, they do things, and whether this has to do a job or not, but there might be some constriction with the way someone or a group is doing things, and you need to let that go and adjust with it and just see, well, who knows? Maybe it might work out better this way. I might end up liking it better this way, or the time will be right for you to share other ways to do things. And then they can start adapting some practices that have worked really well for you in the past. But so that persevere is just there'll be some stuff that might be tiring, um and your thoughts can create heaviness. But if you know this now, you can just watch the thoughts that come in, and then you can tell yourself, all right, this is new. I need to adjust, and I will get through this newness. And soon everything will feel comfortable, and I will have more ease and flow. For now, I just need to get through this hump. And this is how I'm feeling right now. Like right now, I've made this big change in my life, but I'm still I don't have my own place yet, right? I'm going to be moving to another place, and but it's not even clear when that's going to happen, how that's going to happen. Like I'm in this in between stage, and within this in between stage that we're in, it will be a little rocky. Like some waves, and some days it'd be like big hump, and then we're like, okay, can feel good again. There'll be another big hump, but you will get through it because it's also the planetary energy that is affecting all of us. And so, those of you who are closing big doors and moving into this newness, it is going to get better. It really is. You're making beautiful changes for the benefit of you and all that's going to be associated with it. So just trust, and you will get through this. Just keep telling yourself that you've got this, and connect with people, right? Like when you need that extra boost of inspiration, of motivation, of, maybe a shoulder to cry on, someone to give you a big hug or at least an energetic hug. Connect with those people to do it. And hey, I just want to say too, I'm going to give myself a plug because, hey, I got to market myself too and make sure I am available if you're ever drawn to it and you want to work with someone else. So I'm just saying this to everyone here. If you are ever wanting a one-on-one to help you to move through the sludginess, help you to release patterns that are no longer serving you, release shit, baggage that you're ready to release, and help to integrate the beautiful healing and the learnings, and to move forward with more clarity and more alignment with your soul's purpose, that you can always book a one-on-one with me, or we can even do several. We can create a series for you to help you through whatever you're going through. Or maybe you're going to be drawn to like reading some books, right? Reading some books, doing some journaling. Maybe you're going to be drawn to taking a course or something, just to help. And maybe it's going to be a hobby, right? To help, uh, like, bring up that joy factor, bring out that creativity. So whatever you're drawn to, use it. We need tools right now to get through these these rocky waters that have some abrasiveness coming up here and there as we're going through this disruption and healing process. So you can let me know if that resonates for you. Oh, Argentina. Hello, Mateo. Is it or Matteo? Matteo Oli. Matt Mattioli not. I'm so butchering your username. I hope you don't mind. Sup, lady? Sup, poop crayon? What's shaking? I suggest a massive shift. I people are stuck. Yeah, a lot of people are stuck. A lot of people are stuck. Right? If you've been listening, if you've been listening to messages to inner guidance and you've been acting on it and moving forward, you're doing okay, right? It's still not going to be totally easy right now, but you're doing okay. And those who are down to that and are being stubborn and not wanting to change anything, they're going to have a really hard time. Okay, I was thinking of grad school, maybe just putting it out to the universe. Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to pull a card for causation, and then I can pull a card for you if you'd like to do. If you want to, wow, if you want to get some type of message for that, you can let me know if you want that poop crayon. And then Sunshine Daisy, new here, and my volume isn't working. I'd love to hear what you're saying. Any suggestions? Thanks in advance. Can someone type in for Sunshine? Can someone type in how to get that volume? Because there's a different way of getting the volume now, and it's not just easy, right? So if someone type in sunshine, and that would be great. Please go for it. Okay, cool. CT450, you're so welcome. That's awesome. Okay, yeah. And did it resonate for you? I'm just wondering with what. Well, I guess maybe you haven't moved yet, maybe. So maybe you don't quite know, but whatever you're going through with the move. Causation. I'm using the crystal deck for you as well. Unmute. I know, but it's not easy to unmute. Can anyone describe? You might not be able to because you can't really see it if the volume's already there. But I can't remember how to do it. I remember what's happened to me. I'm like, oh, turn this volume on. Okay. Okay, so causation. What does causation need for today? Causation, 2 cards wanted to come up for you today. No, 3 cards wanted to come up for you today. Got to keep an eye on the time. I'm going to have to go soon. I have to get my walk in before I'm going to go see my aunt. Okay, so the first one is tourmalated quartz. Get out of your own way. Whatever you're going through right now, there's some type of thought process, and I feel like that you're like digging your heels in, almost like a fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not making that change. Like it's something like that in a certain area of your life. And that is creating constriction and not allowing you to move forward. But it's okay that you've been digging your heels in because this might sound weird, but it's not wrong that you've been doing it. It's not bad that you've been doing it. You've just been doing it. And it's from distortions of patterns that you've learned and but you have an opportunity to let that go. Because I feel like if you were to let it go and give this other idea an opportunity to have a chance, in the end, it will create more freedom, more joy, more spaciousness is the word that's come up, more spaciousness. But there's a fear, right? There's a fear that's coming up. And so I feel like those heels are digging in. You can let me know if this resonates for you. The next 2 cards were upside down. Shungite, detox your life. If you don't have a chunk of shungite, you might even consider getting one. I have a pyramid of shungite, and I think it's right here. Ooh. Oh, I need to sage too. I definitely need to sage. Need to sage this whole freaking house. Here's my shungite. All right, so you can get these beautiful pyramids. You can put them under your pillow. Just got it. What did I miss? Safely overlooked. I don't know. There's a lot to tell you. Okay, so shungite, detox your life. So because the card was upside down, and even though I pulled this card for someone else, see what this message holds for you. Okay. There are potentially some people, some situations, and maybe for some of you it could be like foods and chemicals that are creating disruption, that are creating toxins within your life. So even being around people that are negative, that are dense, those negative nellies or normans, that creates toxins within your body. Even if you are simply the one having those negative thoughts, and they're coming through about a situation, about a person, that creates toxins within your body. So being super conscious of what you're feeding into yourself, maybe it's food wise, maybe it's chemical wise, makeup wise, maybe it's through your thoughts, or who are you hanging around with, and what energy are you taking in and taking on from them. So a detox needs to happen, and if you literally get a chunk of shungite, it can create a shit show. So do it. You start using it when you think, okay, I can have a couple of days of rest at least, um, like not too intensive days after starting to use this. So you can have it under your pillow, or if it's so intense, maybe to start, you put it right under your bed, and set the intention with the shungite to clear out old patterning, to detox. It also helps with Wi-Fi and cellular waves. It helps to clear out um, that that energy that is not part of our system. Safely overlooked. Negative now lead nor. Wow, I'm glad you like it. So I need a weed cleanse. Maybe you do. Okay, so poop crayon part one isn't far off. I already gave up the fight. Gave up the fight. Get out of your own way. I'm glad you gave up the fight and you're surrendering and releasing. I love that. I don't know that I want to put that under my pillow. That looks a little pointy, like it might hurt. Yeah, you know what? It depends on your pillow. If you have a super thin pillow, it may not work. You can also buy pyramids that are much smaller too. This just happens to be a big chunky one. But yeah, you can put it under your bed. All right, the next card that came out is Hematite. And I heard that song playing yesterday, Hematite. And that was blast from the past, really aging myself there. Ground yourself. Okay, causation, need to ground yourself. So you can literally have hematite on to help you to ground. You can put maybe one in either pocket. You can wear it in a necklace, have it on a keychain, and you can get outside, and picture yourself grounding down into Mother Earth, your roots going down to Mother Earth, energetic roots, and then drawing in the Mother Gaia's beautiful, like Mother Nature's beautiful energy coming up through your roots and feeling your body, and doing that often to ground, ground, as opposed to, the hummingbird energy. I'm very much hummingbird energy, like, ooh, ooh, let's do this here and here, right? And so we need to ground down into Mother Earth. I feel like I was like, what am I, like a, is that a goose or was that a, I don't know. I don't know what my body was doing there. No, my intuition says the pillow wouldn't matter. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. Oh, wait, I don't know that I want to. Oh, yeah, my intuition says a pillow. Okay, cool. I have a rock from Kilimanjaro I hold when I need a boost. Oh, poop crayon, that's cool. Oh, that would be a powerful rock. I would love to go there sometime. Climb Kilimanjaro. I was grounded once, didn't have a cell phone or nothing. Worst week ever. You were grounded once, didn't have a cell. Oh, oh, I'm sorry you were grounded. What did you do? So, did you? How did you get so good at this? A lot of things you're saying are speaking to me right now. Oh, safely overlooked. I'm so glad it's speaking to you. I've been opening myself up to this and learning how to trust in the flow of information coming through, and practice using different senses to bring in information, for about 17 years now, close to 18 years. And so it just takes time, right? I've read lots. Well, not a ton. I've read what I was drawn to. I'm not one of those, I got to read everything. Not that. But I've gone to various workshops and things like that. So causation, I hope that helps. And so, and you too, like we're all intuitive, right? We're all intuitive. So you too, can continue to build up your intuition as we were doing at the beginning. So anytime you can join the stream on Wednesdays at 12:30 Toronto time, 12:30 p.m. Toronto time. I guess it's Eastern Daylight Savings now, right? EDT. It's EDT now. Then you can practice that. So the graduate studies, poop crayon. You wanted a card. And what was it about again? Can you remind me the area in your life that you wanted a card for? Poop crayon, can you remind me? And then the grad studies, who was that? Oh, footy freak. That's a very interesting necklace. What's behind the story? That is a cool question. I used to work, um, for a municipality, so for a government, municipal government. And one aspect of my job was working with this mayor's youth task force. And so it was these students, these high school students that would need to apply to become this task force, who would sometime be meeting with the mayor and counselors and do initiatives for teens within the community. And just a great, awesome group of teens every year. So great. And I would have co-presidents that I would work with. So these teen co-presidents, different every year. And one year we decided, the co-presidents and myself decided to make these beaded necklaces that everyone on the Mayor's Youth Task Force would have. So it was something that bonded us together. And we had super fun making them, which was really easy to make, right? You're just stringing them, and but putting in a lot of playfulness and love. So when I wear it, I just it's also made of wood, so I think of Mother Earth. I think of, connecting in with nature, and I think about the playfulness and the joy that I had working with those teens at the time. It's yeah, cool question, Footy. Poop crayon, draw from the middle. Okay, who was the graduate studies? Remind me, if you're still here, remind me at the bottom, okay? Whoop. Okay. Another cool read as always. Awesome. And BZ Monster, thanks for the all seeing upvote. Good to see you, BZ. Um, okay. What inspired you first doing it? And how was your life before and after you unlocked the ability? Um, well, my I guess I can call him my ex now, my ex-husband, even though it's not on paper yet. Um, uh, had this friend that he met from this sport that he played, and I ended up meeting his friend's wife, and we became like friends immediately. And she's psychic, and she it was very cool meeting her. And she taught me. She helped me to get my very first deck, which was this deck. And she gave me a couple of books to read and to practice automatic writing and practice talking to my angels and stuff. And what it unlocked for me was having faith in something bigger that I always knew was there, even since I was a kid. I would be praying to, I'll say God, but now I really say source energy. But I was praying to God, even though my parents were not religious. They never went to church. They were not into that at all. But yet I was praying to something bigger. So she helped me to confirm that, which felt so freaking good. And that was after I had my first child, and I didn't want to go back to work because I thought I want to be with my kids. Like, how? And I'm so career driven. I'm a Capricorn. I'm so career driven. So this was like, what the fuck is going on with me? But I needed to be home with my kids, to be there for them. And so she helped me to adjust my mindset and to trust that I can make that happen, even though financially I'm like, how the fuck is that going to happen? But I started my own business at the time, and I was able to make it work for 14 years. It wasn't easy, um, but we made it work, and I was able to be home with my kids. And yeah, so that's what inspired me. What you do is kind of in line with the concept of the Akashic records, right? Oh, the critical cynic. Yeah, so everyone has Akashic records, and people can word it in different ways. It depends on where you learn it from. Um, one belief is that your Akashic records energetically are located about a foot and a half energetically below your feet, also known as your Earth star. And you can connect in with that Akashic records to see what contracts that you currently have open, and what contracts you have with and what you need to do to be able to complete those contracts. And you can even work with your Akashic records to rewrite your contracts, bring in new guides or angels or archangels to help you with the different things that you're working on. Nice glasses. Thank Neil, some gamer. Have you been to Dubai? Oh, that would be freaking cool. I would love that. Free, sir. Awesome. What was your business? Let us guess. All right. Yeah, you can guess. Okay. So I haven't heard back from Hoop Crayon or whoever the grad studies was, unless I already answered that question. I'm just gonna quickly, so you can guess what business I did. And I'm just gonna, there's just two cards that wanted to come up just in case they are still in the house. Okay, the first one is Loon, answers and hope in dreams. If you think about the loon and the call that it makes, it's a beautiful, eerie type of call, but so freaking beautiful. And it's like something is impending, something is coming, but in a good way. And so if you pay attention to your dreams, you have the ability to get some beautiful messages, beautiful messages to help you to move forward. And so pay attention to those dreams. I'm so looking forward to reading those. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams, and other people, you need to hear this too. Okay. And maybe have a dream journal beside your bed. And as soon as you wake up, try not to move and recall the dream from as early as you can until as far as the end you can remember. And then, if you can, even write them down. And the writing of them down or the speaking them out loud, I find it really helpful to actually tell my dream to a friend. And as I'm saying it out loud, I start to get the messages and the understanding. The next card is Whale Energy, new depths of creativity. So, this is you opening up yourself to all that you are, and it's releasing previous judgments and even judgments of how the judgments other people place on you and what you do, and creating an energetic barrier. That's what I feel like's physically happening with you. You're creating that energetic barrier and say, this is me and this is what I like to do. And even though it's still new and fresh, like I feel like this is a new rebirth and I'm seeing like a little baby or a young child, coming out of a flower, like almost that new fairy being born. So this is still a new process for you. And it will take some time to get solid in who you are, solid in who you are, solid in who you are, to keep that barrier, um, and to do what feels right for you. And make those choices that make your heart sing, and trust in that. And if every you'll see how things just line up. When things just line up, it's beautiful confirmation. Interior design, that's so cool. I love that. I'm definitely creative, but I am not an interior designer. I wish I had that flair like that. But also, I've been constricted financially for different reasons within relationship, family unit, things like that. So I haven't been able to express that myself that way in my home. But no, I'm not an interior designer. Okay, fitness. You seem really in shape. I love fitness. Actually, my last job, I lost my job during COVID, which was a blessing, because I was so stressed out. But I was the general manager of a women's only fitness club. And yeah, it wasn't a good match because it was very focused on sales, sales, how you're going to get, and every single day, how you're going to get more memberships. You need 30 by the end of the week. Go, go, go. It's like, holy crap. But yeah, I went for that job because I love fitness so much. Um, let's see, like a yoga instructor, maybe even personal life coach or even teacher. Love it. It's hard to let down the barrier and trust people, especially when you love betray you, or when they betray you or hurt you. Oh, safely overlook. Absolutely. Yeah. But now, just so I want to say to that, and I'll tell you what I did. What I want to say to that is, you are not the same person that you were before. You're not the same person that you were 10 years ago. You're not the same person that you were even 2 weeks before. And so the people and the relationships that you're drawing towards you are going to be different. They're going to be what you think you are deserving of, what you think you are worthy of, and where you're focusing on manifesting. Because if you focus on, oh crap, they're going to be like this again, this is going to be a shit show again, if you focus on that, that's what you'll get more of. So it's about trusting in your magnificence and being able to draw in the magic, like use your own magic to draw in the relationships that are beautiful for you, and start seeing the type of people that come into your life. And then you can have that comfort to be able to truly open yourself up. When that heart is closed off, you're going to miss beautiful opportunities. But the fact that you're saying this right now means your heart is ready to open up, because you're like, yeah, like I want to, but it's kind of hard. And that's your heart going, come on, honey, we're ready to open up. So that is beautiful. That is really good. Okay, so what I did to be able to stay home with my kids is I started my own business, and I had a lot of training with Second City, which is for improv. And I love doing improv, and improv made a profound effect on me, because even though I've always been involved with theater, musicals, things like that, I would love doing that. But the fact that I could practice lines and practice singing the songs before I needed to perform in front of anyone, um, it is very different than improv. Because with improv, you have to speak and think on your feet. You have to trust that whatever comes out of your mouth, you can deal with it. You have to trust that whatever comes out of someone else's mouth, you can deal with that. And I used to be in a place of, holy shit, you're asking me on the spot to introduce myself? Fuck, like just having to say, hey, my name is Jackie, I would get a lip quiver. Sometimes my eye twitch would start, or I'd get both at the same time. I'd be freaking out on the inside while being like my bubbly self, but going, holy fuck, I don't want to look like an idiot. And I would go beet red and be exhausted. And so when I took improv, all that shit came to the surface on the very first day, and we had to introduce ourselves, right? I'm just giving you a short version of the story. And And then I decided in that moment, I'm like, Jacquie, it's time for you to fucking get over yourself. Like, this is ridiculous. You're just saying your name, and it's not rocket science. You were saying why you were taking the course. You know that. You don't need to study for that. You're not going to look like an idiot for that. So I set the intention to use the classes of improv to change my reality. So I used emotional intelligence strategies to change my thought patterns, to change my reality. And by the time I finished the first 8-week course, I was so much more confident in myself. And then I took the next class, the next course, the next course. I took all 5 levels. The next level after that was auditioning to for performance, like to do the stuff on their stage there. But then I was pregnant with my first child, so I didn't continue on with that. But what I did do is make it a business, but not for the purpose of just learning how to do improv. I made it for the purpose of getting over ourselves, to build up our self confidence, to open up our play center, and to trust that we can handle whatever life is going to throw us. So, yeah, and it was from other people saying, if you taught this class, I'd be there. And someone else said, I'd do it too. And I'm like, okay. And so that's what I ended up doing. And so I did a local community class, but then I started going out to schools, to elementary schools and high schools, and then I started going to nonprofit organizations, and then to corporations finally, and started bringing in improv and teaching motivation and teaching communication and doing some keynote presentations at some events. And it was really nice. It was really nice. But I was doing all of this while raising my kids, and my main focus was my kids. So my business never got huge, right? It never got huge. And I always had the pressure on my shoulders. And also my partner was very worried about not having a steady income. Like, it's like, no, much rather you have a job so I know what money you're bringing in. So there was a lot of pressure. How much are you bringing in next month? How much? And I was like, holy fucking shit. And it's that pressure that doesn't allow me to flow. So eventually I went and got a full-time job again that fucked up my health, and went to another one that was just as bad in a different way. And then COVID came. And there are some pros to COVID, because now I am a yoga instructor. I got my certification. I'm loving it. I'm finally embracing myself and doing readings for people and energy healing sessions for people. And I can still go out and do improv type workshops and keynotes and things like that as things open up more around the world, right? But yeah, this is more my style, right? And I've done TV shows in the past, and now I'm doing a local TV show, and I love, 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 love that. I'm an entertainer at heart, right? So that's me. That's what I did. Okay, safely overlooked. My mom said losing her job was a blessing too. She was stressed at work and coming home and yelling at my dad a lot. They're better now. Oh, good. I'm glad. Hey, me and my husband are splitting up now, but that was meant to be too. That was totally. I I know myself more than ever before, right? And this is right. Hey, Manic Street Mixer, how are ya? And thanks for the narwhal salute. Okay, safely overlooked says true. Every time I start a new relationship, I keep looking for the red signs instead of just accepting them for who they are and enjoying their positive qualities. And you know what? It's still, you don't have to be hyper focused on that, but you can observe, right? It's still important for you to observe, because not every match is going to be the perfect match. But everyone's going to have their own stuff, right? Everyone's going to have their own stuff. And it's just whether that's a make it or break it type of thing. Um, uh, do they fulfill you? Do they make your heart sing? Do they engage that sacral chakra as well? Are they also your best friend? Because that sexual side is not always going to be there, with ups and downs that we go through, different stages of life, different stressors, hormonal changes, things like that. So it's making sure that you also have that beautiful connection of communication and togetherness and intimacy in different ways. But having that sexual stuff there too is also very much important. Thank you. When it rains, it pours. Thank you for the helpful award. The seven lines here. I could use that class. I was in jury duty and was so terrified when I had to introduce myself during selection. Hey, the Sullivan line, I get it. I totally get it. And yeah. And you know what? If I had enough people, I would consider running that class line. But what my thoughts were is like eventually what I'd like to do is start doing retreats. I want to go to different parts of the world and do retreats and having the improv, the laughter therapy as part of the process with of course yoga. I'd love to do. And I want to see how that unfolds, right? Beautiful divine timing. We'll see what happens with all that. What is that tattoo? Brother Mike, that is my zodiac sign. I'm a Capricorn, and it also has my constellation there. You need to break out of that. You sound just like my mom and dad. My mom wants a business, but my dad is not a risk taker. I'm trying to get her to just go for it. Oh, that's great. She has your support. That's beautiful. Okay, Buddhist. What if they activate my bumhole chakra? Well, then maybe that will be a fun time for you. So it depends on if you like that, right? We're all different, but it sounds like you are intrigued, and it sounds like you've probably done it. I am just going to do a cleansing, and the energy from this sage is going to help all of us with the cleansing. And this will be kind of a closing out. I know I need to be saged. My whole house needs to be saged. And I'm going to read those messages. Wow, you are soon hot. Okay, that's awesome. Thanks, Maximum. I'll follow you. Yay, the Sullivan line. Yeah, follow me. You're on Instagram. The class will be fun. Cool. Yes. Oh, this smells so good. I am on Instagram. My oops, I put my glasses on the cord, making this fall. Sorry, you're looking at my hand. Ah, I am on Instagram. My Instagram is the dot joyful dot yogini. And on my Instagram, you can go to my bio and I have a link tree there. So the intention is I'm also clearing your energy out. Okay? In my bio or in my link tree, I have my other social media platforms too. So my YouTube channel, because I don't do everything on Reddit, right? And so you can join me on Reddit Mondays and Wednesdays, 12:30 p.m. Toronto time. I'm also on Friday nights, 8 p.m. Toronto time, most Friday nights during the Christmas. Getting into the Christmas season, I might take some Fridays for like Christmas holiday parties and things like that, right? But I will be here like this Friday, 8 p.m. Toronto time with a different theme, channeled messages, healing. It's fun. I usually have some cannabis on Friday. I really open up those chakras, have fun. It's my party night, and I get into my party outfits. It's fun, and and then I post. Yeah, I have my weekend reading. I post on YouTube and I post on Instagram my weekend reading. That one, that live stream, I do it when I can. So there's not a guarantee of when I'm going to have that, but I try for Friday morning. All right. So I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week. I hope the messages have helped. And I got a new follower. Philo is in the house. Sullivan line is okay. Safety overload. How many people would you need to consider starting that class? I would say 6 people. If I can get 6 people, I would definitely do the class and I would make it a weekly class. And when I taught it before, it was a two. But if it's going to be online, then I'm thinking it should an hour and a half. I would say an hour and a half at the most. So I would double check. I would double check with my lesson plan and see what I could do. And if it was going to be an evening, it would either need to be a Sunday, a Monday, or a Wednesday night. Okay, I'm thinking Monday or Wednesday though, because Sundays I work during the day on Sundays, so I need an evening to like chill. So I had so much fun. Thank you for, I love how active this was. I love how everyone was participating. So fucking good. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I'm trying to figure out where to put this sage. Let me get my plate out of the bag. All right, there we go. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope to see you for, you can check out my weekly reading on Friday on my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is The Joyful Yogini. And if you want, you can send me a DM if you have any questions. And I hope to see you Friday night, 8 p.m. Toronto time for Feel Good Friday. All right, from my light to your beautiful, amazing light, namaste. And if any of you are interested in a one-on-one session with me, you can let me know. And I also do yoga, and I have it on Zoom and in person. So if you're local, you can join me, or you can do it on Zoom and help us to get this energy moving and flowing. And by the time you get to Shavasana, you can have some good clearing and some beautiful messages coming through. So from my light to your, did I already do that? I think I did it. Namaste. I'm doing it again. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys now. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you for bringing your beautiful energy into the stream. I really appreciate you coming by. Bye.